People don't really understand what a papal visit entails.
So the scope is phenomenal. This is going to be a worldwide televised event with the Pope going from one event to another, to another, to another, and we're setting them all up concurrently with implementation of each of them in rapid successions.
It's super important that he's coming, and super historic. I'm not going to say why I think, because I know why Encore was selected for this event. When the Pope goes somewhere, usually he goes to bring hope to people who've lost hope. This papal visit, it's a little more complicated in this case, because he's coming because it was the church that took away their hope. And so that has made this event more complicated than any other papal visit.
There was a Truth and Reconciliation Commission that went around to all of the different cities in Canada and heard all of the stories of what happened, and through that they came out with a whole bunch of different calls to action. So we were a part of that journey all the way through. And it's a phenomenal endeavor to do all this in 30 days. It's unheard of.
Generally, events of this nature and this scale kind of take anywhere between 12 to 18 months to plan. This event had a much more constricted timeline from the start of it to when we started getting into the planning of the event itself. So during this tour, Encore designed sites from 5,000 to 100,000 attendees at various locations. We had 270 people working on this project, 130 of which were Encore team members.
So we're traveling each day, bringing the crew in by bus. Everything had to be brought here. I was here last week, there was nothing, and now an entire infrastructure set up. Luckily we have a great crew that just came together, and we've had great safety briefings each morning to make sure the crew's safe. I think that really goes a long way to making a successful event.
There are 4 different sites: Masquachis, the Loch St. Anne Shrine, and this Commonwealth Theatre, as well as a Catholic church called the Sacred Heart Church. All 4 being set up at the same time concurrently with 4 different crews working tirelessly around the clock to get this thing going for tomorrow's first session.
In these 4 different venues, there are 4 First Nations here, so dealing with all of those different people, but wanting to make sure that the service level is the same for all of those people. So we want to make sure that we're treating everyone with equity and making sure that everybody is understanding things at the same level.
The biggest challenge we ran into is the fact that it is several thousand kilometers away from our base here in Calgary, and that we had to fly everything into this location. There's no road access to it, so we had to design and plan an event that we could fit in an airplane and ship it to this location. In addition, some of the sites in and around Edmonton that does not have the infrastructure in place that we needed to support it, so we had to build out and design and plan all the other elements that would go into the site in addition to the production piece.
It was very clear to us from the beginning that what Encore brought to the table was not just technical support or equipment, but we wanted to work with a company that really understand the complexity of an event like this, and I'm working with people that's what they do.